Welcome back, everyone. This is part 2 of this day trip, so thanks for joining us once more. So, we left off last week at a beautiful lake where we had a nice, warm, rehydrated meal courtesy of Nick. If you didn't see part 1 of this day trip, no worries, check it out after this video. So, we headed back towards home, but that turned into a whole adventure of its own. If you're wondering why I'm talking over Allison's video, and why our last video and this one have little to no people talking, it's because the audio cable for the external mic was only half plugged in. Unfortunately, this means that neither the external mic nor the camera's internal mic recorded anything. Oh well, it is what it is. It's a really good reminder that we're by no means professional videographers, and we're just regular people doing regular people stuff. And you know what? Silly mistakes happen, like locking a camera's focus or only having a cable plugged in half the way. Our little convoy is fast becoming a cohesive overlanding and exploring crew. We've now got a couple of extra cheap radios so we can communicate with spotters and whomever is recording the videos. And Nick has made a list of standardized calls that we use to communicate easily with each other while going on these trips. So for example, the lead vehicle calls over the radio to advise the other vehicles about potential hazards on the road or of oncoming traffic. Together, we're starting to build a knowledge and tools amongst us to figure out weird problems and situations to help each other out. My point here is that one of the coolest parts of off-roading and overlanding is learning new things with friends, and even making some new friends, such as Nick. It's truly an amazing community of like-minded people, and it's incredible what we can accomplish together. Having friends that are excited to go exploring with us is truly a blessing, and I just want to thank Nick and Krista and Jordan for coming and hanging out with us all the time, and also putting up with me while I constantly stop to make these video recordings. At this point, we were reaching the start of the trail we were on, but towards what was supposed to be the end of the off-roading adventure for us on this day. But first, we had to go through some of those large puddles this episode is named after. Sometimes we get asked by friends and family, why a 20-year-old vehicle? Why not just buy a newer, more reliable vehicle? Well, here's the answer. These 4th generation 4Runners are some of the best built engines there are. They are the definition of reliable, and these vehicles are extremely capable on the road and off the paved road. We would also be more hesitant in taking a brand new vehicle into the places that we go to because we might be worried about scratching the paint or breaking something on something so brand new and shiny. Also, you have to consider how much money you're going to put on top of a new vehicle in things such as a lift or some all-terrain tires. We're constantly learning more about our vehicles, mechanics, electronics, bodywork, in general, by thinking of ways of improving them and making them more capable overlanding machines. We even learn so much just by fixing something small that has broken or seized. These 4Runners in general have gotten us to so many amazing places that it's been worth every penny and every minute of hard work that we put into them. Maybe we should get snorkels on our trucks, eh? I mean, just another thing to spend money on. But for those of you that don't already know this, snorkels are designed to increase airflow to the engine with what's called the ram effect, meaning that the forward motion of your vehicle pushes cold and clean air into the snorkel and into the engine. The engine's air intake is usually situated low down at the front of the vehicle, so the snorkel's main purpose is exactly the same purpose a snorkel serves when a human goes underwater and uses a snorkel to breathe. It allows air in to the vehicle when it goes deep into water. Even a tiny bit of water can cause hydrostatic lock. This is where water gets into a cylinder and it causes it to lock into place. This can be an extremely expensive repair, causing engine seizure or catastrophic failure in some cases. A snorkel is a good solution to mitigate that. Even without getting into deep water, think about how much dust and dirt gets in through the air filter when you're off-roading. So relocating the air intake to a higher position allows cleaner air in. This keeps the air filter clean and thus keeps the inside of the engine clean as well. Overall, this just means increased fuel efficiency and reduced maintenance. But I mean, let's be honest, I have other priorities on the vehicle other than a snorkel, so I'll be putting my money and efforts towards those before even I think about a snorkel.
You're good, you just gotta give her. Atta girl.
So we had reached the starting point, or I guess the end point of that trail. But instead of getting on the paved road to go home, we decided to keep exploring further on a path we'd never been to before. Little did we know there was absolutely no snow this way, and the views were just as awesome. It was an incredible change in scenery all of a sudden. Whereas we were driving through some bare or snow-covered trees previously, we were now driving by green trees and towards the southern mountains of Chilliwack. There were also many turnoffs and hiking trails here, some of which were labeled as sensitive environments, most likely by BC Parks.
I would think that it's probably some kind of just environmentally sensitive area.
For chipmunks.
Good call. Maybe it's a walking trail, but cars are okay. You mean Krista for walking? He's more than okay.
Yeah, I think as like the BC Parks and Trails are looking specifically at hiking trails, whereas this is more of like a Forest Service road.
While driving on this road, Jordan decided to take a random left turn, and we found ourselves at a spot which had clearly been used for camping for many years. This random left turn really paid off. Let me show you some of the views that came along with it. We often find that with amazing views, unfortunately, comes an amazing amount of garbage.
So the whole group is out here picking up garbage that other people have left behind. Good job, everyone.
Rocky's not garbage.
Oh, what the hell is this?
Looks like a flare stick.
I don't know what it is, but thank you, Nick. Are you Zoidberging?
We have what looks like either a table or a toilet.
That's a toilet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is totally a toilet. Yeah.
I never use the sunroof, and the one time that I open it, it's stuck open. And it's not raining this very second, but it's supposed to rain for the next like 5 days. So that's a problem. There's nothing stuck in it. Can't figure out what's wrong. See if there's any experience. No, there's nothing stuck in the rail. Yeah. See, but this end moves forward, that end is stuck, that end is not. Something there, you think? Yeah. See, it sounds like there's a sound here, though.
Despite our combined brain power and our efforts, we weren't able to fix the sunroof on the spot. The next day, however, I was able to figure out that Toyota is just silly, and they use a metal gear to bring plastic rods back and forth to move the sunroof, so some of those plastic rods had become bare. However, I was able to fix the issue and the sunroof now works just fine.
Sharp turn left, sharp turn left. Take it.
Is this the right way?
I don't know.
Try to keep a bigger dispersion on this part here.
Sharp turn right, sharp turn right.
Sharp turn right, hairpin turn to the right.
The sharp descent down the mountain was weirdly a lot of fun. We'd all had an adventure-packed trip, and the fog and the sharp turns was yet another cool change in scenery today. Next week, you'll see us reversing down a steep, rocky mountain path. So come explore with us next Friday, same time, same place.